crossing the threshold is really the key to the whole hero's journey, because until you cross the threshold, you're really not on your hero's journey, right? You've had your calling, you've refused to call for a while, but you finally have just had enough, and you know that you've got to change. You've got to change something in your life because it's not working. You're stuck. And you found some mentors. You found some resources, either books or videos or coaches or therapists or just, figures in your life, people in your life that give you some context, some nuggets that you now have the confidence, at least enough to cross that threshold and go into the unknown. You're stepping out of your comfort zone. This is really, really hard, and it's the crux of the hero's journey, because until you do, until you face that a little bit and get out there, you're stuck still, right? So once we cross that, now we're into this unknown world, or this special world, as Joseph Campbell calls it. And now we don't know. We don't know how we're going to get through and what we're going to do, but we just have to have the faith and the courage that we're going to find a way to figure it out. So in stage 6, we've got tests, allies, and enemies. So we're going to meet enemies. We're going to be tested on our journey, and we're going to find some allies, some people to walk the journey with us at this time. Stage 7 is the approach. So we're continuing to learn our lessons, to fight our metaphorical demons and dragons, and we're learning about ourselves. Let me catch myself here, because sometimes I keep saying ourselves. And what I'm describing here is Joseph Campbell's view of the hero's journey as would be depicted in a story. But the key to what I'm talking about is taking what the hero's journey and what Joseph Campbell came up with and turning it into a personal development, a self-discovery tool. So in the story, where we've got stage 5, crossing the threshold, when I say we're crossing the threshold, I'm saying that on the movie screen, the hero crosses the threshold. Now they're in the unknown world and they're on their journey. But we also, in our life, at some point, cross the threshold. And so, if this doesn't make sense, give me a question, let me know if it doesn't make sense, and we'll talk about it more, or ask me a question. But what we're trying to do is take the mythology and the story point of the hero's journey and convert it into a self-discovery tool. So I keep interchanging. Sometimes I'll say the hero does this in this stage, and sometimes I'll say us, because in reality, we're the heroes of our own life, right? And we're the heroes of our own journey and our own story. All right, so we're in stage 7. We're approaching finding the treasure. And again, finding the treasure is whatever demons that we're going to conquer, whatever place that we're stuck that we want to get to. That's the treasure. So ordeal, death, and rebirth. This is where we face some really, really big challenges. And really something has to die within inside of us to birth a new beginning, to something new for us. And so in the stories, we're certainly going to see like dragons being killed, and the death of a dragon, or the death of a loved one, or the death of something happening in the story. And from that, some good comes out of it. It's the same thing with us, that maybe our ego needs to die, and that we need to get over our ego so we can progress and accept love and accept ourselves in the world, or whatever it may be. Maybe it's just fear that we've had to conquer and kill the fear so we can move ahead in our lives. And then that is what the whole phase is. So again, there's 3 phases. There's the preparation phase, the journey phase, and the return phase. So we just went over real quickly the journey phase. So this is the whole crux of taking the journey, and it's the struggle and coming through it.